Yo, Hegassen here, and here is finally my review of One Piece anime episode 910, and I know I've fallen a little bit behind on the anime. It's because I'm more of a manga guy, to be honest. I always kind of start the anime and then I slowly start, I'll miss one episode, I'll slowly start falling behind, and then I'll just bulk catch up, and then I'll be catching up week after week after week, and then I'll miss one, and then it'll just build up again. That's how I watch the anime. Very bad when I have a YouTube channel about it, but I've also been very busy. You know, we've had the holidays, had a good Christmas, had a good New Year. Very good Christmas and New Year. Hope you did as well. I've also started a brand new job, so my time is a little bit tight, but now I'm getting back on it. I'm going to blitz through these reviews over the next few weeks, so I'm all caught up with the anime, and now that I'm figuring out the new schedules, now that I'm doing the manga with officials, and, you know, they both kind of come out on a Sunday here in the UK, so just trying to work it all out. Anyway, let's get into this chapter, and this chapter, it tells us how Kinemon and some of the others arrived 20 years in the future, and they did that thanks to Oden's wife, Lady Toki, who has the time fruit. Yes, time travel now confirmed in One Piece, but you can only go forwards, or at least that is what is stated. You can only go forwards, and that is how they arrived in the future, thanks to her power. So that's very good, that's very interesting. And now it seems as well that she has died in this episode, or is in the flashback we see that she's died, so that fruit could still be out there in Wano somewhere, so just remember that time fruit. Just, you know, keep an eye on it, it could turn up again. Now, I will have to say that this review is actually going to have some manga spoilers, so I'm sorry if you haven't actually read the manga. I'm going to talk some spoilers now. So, this episode really well timed. I mean, the anime and the manga have been so well timed recently because these just fit so perfectly. This is obviously the first time we kind of hear about Oden's past, but there's some stuff in here that is really reflective and really matches what we're seeing in the manga at the moment, because in the manga at the moment we are actually getting the Oden proper flashback, seeing Oden in his fall, seeing him meet Lady Toki, finding out more about her devil fruit, seeing the birth of Momonosuke and Hiyori. So a lot of this stuff, you know, Inarashi and Nakamamushi arriving on the beach, them in more detail, and that other character that we can see in this chapter but is not actually brought up, more about that character as well. We're getting all that in the manga right now. And the also the Oden versus Ashura Doji stuff, we're getting that in the manga now. And it was also in this episode, and it was also in the past. But I feel like they've taken some of that stuff, especially the Ashura Doji Oden fight, and kind of mixed like a few manga chapters together to kind of make this one. I feel like they definitely took notes from Oda about what Oda is writing in the manga right now for this episode. And the timing is just so perfect. Like, it's so great to go back and watch this episode when you're reading about it. It just helps refresh your mind and everything. So really well timing on that. I don't know if it was coincidence or planned all along, but very good timing on all of that stuff. And they did this really well. I think the flashback and everything was good. Find out all of the information. Some great lore in this episode. Like I said about the time fruit, finding out how Kinemon got there. A few little extra bits in this as well, seeing more of Kinemon, Raizo, Kanjuro's perspectives. The only thing I would really criticise in this episode was the overuse of silhouettes. I know that they were silhouettes in the manga when we first saw them, and then these characters, they haven't really been introduced in the anime yet, but a lot of this episode was dealing with characters that we haven't been introduced to yet. And there was a lot of silhouettes in this. And they were like weird silhouettes as well. They weren't like proper silhouettes. Like, we had Oden in here for quite a lot of the episode. And he was this weird kind of half detailed, half coloured in silhouette. And you could see what he looked like in the manga. He was just completely black. You didn't even find out what he looked like until really recently. But here you can see what he looks like in sometimes pretty good detail. But he was still a silhouette. And it was just like, well, if you're going to do that, I don't know, it just felt a little bit weird. And then Ashura Doji was kind of a silhouette, kind of not, which is probably going to spoil something that's going to be coming up a little bit later on. You had Lady Toki as well as a silhouette, but that one was a little bit more forgivable, and Hiyori as well. But the weirdest one was the fact that we had some beast pirates, and they're clearly Kaido's commanders, because one of them is clearly Jack. But they're in like really weird silhouettes. First of all, why does Jack need to be a silhouette? And why does King and Queen need to be silhouettes? They've been shown in the anime opening. It's just weird. Again, I know they were silhouettes in the manga. But overall, good episode. Good lore. Good developments, especially if you're anime only. And well timed with the manga if you are a manga fan. Biggest disappointment, like I said, was probably the overuse of silhouettes. Kind of ruined the overall animation, I feel, kind of hindered it a little bit. But still, good episode, good quality. I would give it a purple tier. Now I've got to blitz through all of the rest, and we got the manga today, so let's keep cracking on. Hey, so thanks for watching. What did you think? Let me know about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed my video, maybe give it a like, and if you really liked it, why not subscribe? You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Twitch. Oh, and here's a related video you might enjoy, and something more fresh. I've been Hegassen, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!